Alright, trying again. Um, so basically what happened here is that he waited in this brush right here, okay, and they tried to kill him and he had to flash away and Kate had to use her heal. So to not have that happen, right, you gotta go in the safety bush right here, and you gotta either tell your support or you gotta ward right here, right here. Safety brush is right here, for here, it's right there, and it's right here. You can't let yourself get cucked, so sit in the safety bush. It's patented by Acadia in Season 5, but it's the best way. It's just no other, like, there's no way to, this is just the best. So, the first recording didn't really work for me, but I'm KAstrain77. I'm a Rengar main, and people like me looking over their replays. The other ones are on my channel. I'll make a playlist of them after this and put it in the description if anyone wants to see it. I'll probably be doing like 3 more of these today because I have a bunch to catch up on. So, let's get into it. I'm just going to fast forward through everything because it takes a while. You're doing the correct farm path. Wait, no you're not. What the hell? Wait a minute, did you do... Oh, you got cheese anyways. What happened to farm path? You got there so slow. Okay, you go counter. Now, if only you had your flat, you'd have your flash. Why didn't you flash, pussy? What are you doing? I think you could have actually killed her if you flashed. So 2 things you could have done there, right? Let's watch it again. So right here, look, you Q. Oh, she went far right there. Damn. I was gonna say you could have warded and jumped, but you could have just flashed on her, right? Like your Q is coming. Your Q is up. You could have just like flashed the wall right there, jumped and Q'd, and you would have lived. I mean, they were going back, right? But by the time you flashed, you'd be like right behind her, and you'd be right here. And she already flashed. There's no way for her to get like over here. So you just kill her, and then you walk away because these two can't really do much. You could probably actually 1v3 at this point because you have 3 ferocity, and that's like the sweet spot. So you could definitely do it. But I would have flashed, is what I'm trying to say. So let's keep going. That was good. What the heck? Okay, well, that works then. So you're gonna back. Alright, well, it seems to be going good for you. I don't really see where this game could go wrong. Because you're already playing pretty well. How do you lose this game right now? Your farm's low, but it's just because you got cheesed. How did you lose this game? Or did you play well this game? I actually don't know if you lost or won. You're playing pretty well. Your pathing's pretty garbage, though, but you're getting kills and stuff, so you don't really, per se, need that to be that great. It could be better, but you're doing okay. Is this where he throws it all? Oh shit, he got her. How did you lose? How did you lose this game? Did you lose this game? I feel like you just can't lose this game at this point. Oh no, is this where it happened? No, he kills everyone. How did you? Oh, there's a throw. No. Ooh, that was pretty nifty there. Pretty nifty play. I want to see if you could. Oh shit! Did I just close the thing? Wait, did I really just close it? Okay, well, I guess I closed the replay, so let's reopen it real quick. I guess I closed it. I clicked backspace, but it just closed the entire replay. How unlucky. Alright, so we're loaded in the game. I want to see if you could have played that fight better. So we have to wait for it to load up. That was... right around here. Okay, so let's just go quick. Okay. Nah, it's kind of just a poor situation, wasn't it? Or could you have played that better? So you go in. Okay, what you should have done here is when you saw Vigorous coming on this ward or this ward, you should have just walked up here because that's where your Xerath is. And right, Vi would have to chase you up here to kill you. Xerath has your back. You can have your cooldowns for Ferocity because, you know, you can just wait for them, right? Because you're walking away, they'll come up. And then you go back in, right? So you could have actually just lived this situation, but you tunneled pretty hard because you were like, oh shit, kill the Vi, I'm gonna die, right? But she just used all of her cooldowns. Look, nothing's up besides her E. So right here, right? You use your empowered W and then you keep fighting. But you should have just walked up right here because she has nothing to chase you with. No flash, nothing. You just go. You just walk. Thresh has you for peel too. Vigor doesn't have anything either. So you quite literally could have just lived here. But you're like, oh, I have to kill the Vi. And this could be what like made you lose the game if you lost this game. But I don't think it necessarily will because you've already snowballed so hard. But you could have lived the situation or maybe even gotten like a pentakill if you just walked up. So next time you're in a situation that's like really intense like this, just make sure to look at your map, just glance at it because it's pretty hard to fully pay attention to your map at the same time while you're outplaying people and stuff. So you have to just glance like really quickly, like, and you have to look and then you go, okay, well, I can walk up, because you saw him on here, and you saw him from the minions walk down, and you saw him on here. So you should have been like, oh shit, he's coming, I have to walk up, and then as soon as you have an opportunity like right here to walk up, or after using power W that is, you walk straight up. You get away from here. Because he's not gonna, you saw Vigor go through here, so he's not gonna come around over here. You also have this warded. He's gonna go around here. So you walk up and you make him follow you, you have your teammate to back you up right here. And you also have Thresh to peel. So, you could have lived here, but you didn't. Nah, I don't think it's that detrimental, but it could have been a better situation than it was. Like, yeah. I don't know how you lost this game if you did. Let's pause it. I have to see if my mic's muted. It's not. Okay, we're good. Oh shit. No. Wait, hold on. I didn't even see any of this. Woo, lad. You should have kept going. Their cooldowns were down. When you jump into a situation like that, you can decide if you're gonna keep going or if you're not gonna keep going based on like what's happening, right? And I play a lock screen, but I even know what's happening. You just like, if their cooldowns are down, you can just go in and kill everyone. You should have stayed in there. That would have been a double kill right away. Because you had your Ferocity W too. This is definitely a 1v5 carry game though. You're not farming well enough for how ahead you are, dude. When you gank or anything, this is probably why you have lost the game. You're not pressuring hard enough. You might be fed, you might be able to team fight well, right? But you have to look at it like you can't team fight well, because see, that happens. They have a lot of targeted damage, and they have a lot of damage. Therefore, if you try to team fight them when they're ahead, because look, 25 to 25 now, they're effectively even with you, right? You're a Rengar, you're the only relevant one on your team. So therefore, if you, because Rengar is a garbage champ to have to be the only one fed, even though that's his playstyle, is why I kind of hate it. It's because you're an assassin that is an all-in assassin. You have no escape once you go in, besides killing them. And then you have pretty much a 2-second window where you have no cooldowns up because of your Q. Because that's the lowest cooldown. So when this happens, you have to just pressure lanes. Like, you can't be trying to team fight. You can be looking for picks, right? Like that. Oh, but you can't do that. You can't trade 1-for-1 when you're the only relevant one on the team, because then that happens and stuff, you know. See, if you were pressuring, they wouldn't be able to do this. I know they have a Pantheon, so you're afraid, like, oh, what if I die? You know, he's pretty strong. What if he one-shots me? But you're fed enough to be able to duel him, and even if you're afraid of that, you should have got a Ravenous Hydra so you could fight him, right? Because the thing about Pantheon is, as soon as you see the ultimate, you just use your ultimate and you walk away from his W range, and then you go in on him, right? So what you should have been doing is, you see how every game that we've played together now, only I have like 160 farm, 140 farm in 20 minutes. Like, even when I have a bunch of kills, it's because I farm this shit. When there's waves, when I see a wave coming up here, I'm like, I'm going bot lane, I'm farming. You're just walking around farming jungle and then getting kills and then taking the minions that are there. You should be looking to take the minions that are going to come there, so you start walking down there. You see what I mean? Because if you're walking towards your golems, right? This is probably what happens for you. You're walking towards your golems and you're like, oh, okay, well, golems are up. Then you go to golems and then you're like, oh shit, there's farm down here. I take the farm. I already know the farm is coming down here. And I specifically walk down here so I can get both of them. And you should know that, and you should play situations like that. Now, about this game, you should be going for picks because they have 1, 2, 3, 4 champs. Vigors Azonius, 3 champs that you can kill in a 1v1 situation. Maybe even Pantheon if you have lifesteal. But it's just, if Pantheon holds his cooldowns for you, it's going to be rough. But if he goes on you first, you should win most of the time, because then he doesn't get 2W resets. So you should be getting picks. You should just, whenever I play with you, you know how I just like walk up mid and I ulti? You're not doing that enough. You're doing it, but you're not doing it enough. And then when you do it, you go into situations like right here with the Vigar and the Pantheon and you die. You need to be getting picks, and you need to be applying pressure because you have such a high lead. Now you do what I do, and you're doing a pretty well job of it, is that you're taking everything, you're taking every kill, but you have to know how to carry with it, is the thing. The game that we lost earlier today is because I didn't get a lead and we lost, and I had to be the one to carry the game. So you can't be like, well, you lost the game earlier, because I didn't play well that game. I didn't get a big enough lead. You had a big enough lead. You still do, but you've died 3 times. But you can still carry the game. But what you need right now, okay, honestly, don't buy Duskblade when you're this fed and your team is behind. When your team is behind and you can't get picks that easily, right? When your team is behind, you can't get picks that easily, and you can't split push that easily. You need to go for some lifesteal. So you get that Ravenous Hydra, and then you go Duskblade. Because you need to have Ravenous Hydra for games like this going into mid-game, because have you had Ravenous Hydra for any of these fights, you would have never died, because you have the sustain. Okay, does that make any sense? Just trust me. Like, that's why I build Ravenous Hydra early on some games, is because of this situation. When you're really fed, but you're the only relevant one, and you have to team fight, then you go Hydra so you can sustain. Let's see. Okay. That's all for now. We'll keep watching. We gotta wait till he spawns. So we're just gonna fast forward and then slow down. There we go. You're also really behind in level because you haven't been farming creep waves. Did you really lose this game? Okay, what happened here? I need to watch this in slow. Okay, you jump. That's good. Okay, you empowered Q'd. Okay, so what you should have done here, we'll go back one more time and we'll get there. Alright. So you jump in. This is a good job. You jump on, you kill the Jinx and you jump on the Vigar, right? Right here, as soon as you weren't stunned from Nautilus, you should have empowered W'd right here. I don't know why you held it, because you weren't CC'd, right? But you held it in. You empowered W, he dies. Okay, Nautilus dies. Then you get the resistances from both hitting them, right? Because that, please tell me this is how that works, and I'm not incorrect. Yes. So you hit 2 champions. You basically get, I'm not going to do math. You get a bunch of resistances for hitting both the champs, right? And then she ults, right? Boom. You would have had more resistances. You wouldn't have got chunked that hard. And then what you should have done is you empowered W, right? Right here. And then you step out of the Vigar Dark Matter, and you walk, like, right here, because there's a K-trap right here. So if he turns right, he's going to get K-trapped. And you need to just try to get out of this situation, because right here it's not a, oh, we got to trade a 1-for-1 situation, because of the fact that you're outnumbered, and you're probably going to lose this team fight really really badly. You're going to lose an inhib, is what I'm guessing. So what you should have done is you empowered W. Can I tell if your teammates? Okay. You empower W, and then you run. You run away. Pantheon might be able to flash. His flash might have been... You might not have known if his flash is up or not, and you're like, oh shit, I'm gonna die. But you literally could have just, like, walked right here. Like, Vi's Q was down, and her ult was down. You walk. And you're gonna lose the game off that, aren't you? Close. But you see what I mean? You need to you need to evaluate situations better. A lot better. This was like a big clusterfuck. I don't even see what happened here. Ooh, unlucky. Oh man. Yeah, you really need lifesteal, my dude. You need it so bad. When you play against tanks, you can't be going Lord Dominic's first, because the thing about tanks is that this Nautilus right here this Nautilus right here is support, so I can't compare it. Imagine if this Nautilus was top, right? He can still outduel you without tank item. I mean, without like damage items, because he's a tank, right? So you have to go lifesteal to sustain the tank's damage and sustain, you know, because you can't build to like kill tanks, because that's just not possible with Lord Dominic's or with Last Whisper in general. You have to build to out sustain them. He doesn't have any sustain. You have sustain if you build Hydra. Therefore, you do better in fights too, you know, etc., etc. And you also shouldn't have went Duskblade if they have a carry like Vigar. You should have went QSS or Maw, but I think Maw would have been better, because you could have lived through Vigar's burst, or at least somewhat, and that would have helped versus Nautilus too, and it would proc on Panth W, so to get the extra Maw amount more sustain. And then also on Jinxie. Sorry as fuck. I just literally just ate. And then yeah, this basically, dude, you need to be evaluating situations better. You need to be farming more effectively. You can't just have 111 farm only if you're carrying. You need to prioritize Rift Herald a little bit. I don't remember if you did it or not, but I don't think that you did. So that's why I'm saying it, is that you need to be getting that also if you're fed. It shouldn't be like, oh, well, I need this no matter what thing, but it should be like a, if it's possible, that I should. Okay. You need to not trade 1-for-1s in mid game, because that's another reason why this game went downhill, because you traded that 1-for-1 when you jumped on the Vigar, and trading 1-for-1s when you're snowballing is the worst thing that you can do. And so in this situation, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna make sure like what happened here, why you're even in this situation, because you definitely shouldn't be. But let's watch it again. Oh, you just got Vicar ulted. Okay, so let's just watch it again to see why you're even in this situation. If you had flash, you should have just walked up to the inhib. Yeah. We're going back, boys. Yeah, why didn't you just stay there, dude? Just use your W and hit the inhib, man. But in this situation, right? Look, you see this? This is not a winnable fight. And you created this unwinnable fight by not hitting the inhib and killing it. All you have to do is hit it twice right there. But you backed off too soon, okay? And you created this unwinnable fight here with you know, this whole situation because you didn't hit the inhib, right? But Gangplank's low and over here. Caitlyn's about to fucking die. You need to get the fuck out of here. You can't be like, oh well, maybe I can go in and win this fight, because it's not a winnable fight. This is a 4v4, and you guys are lower health, and you have less ultimates up. Okay, you run as soon as they start running towards you and you can't get the inhib. You don't stay and try to fight. If your Thresh is recalled for some reason, you get the fuck out. You get out of there. Yeah, it's just not going to be winnable. Okay, so you played well in the mid game. No, you didn't. No, you didn't play well mid game. You played well into the early game, transitioned to mid game phase. But then you threw your lead in mid game, which caused your pressure to get alleviated. You know, okay, you were watching my stream that one time that Fizz was 7-0, I'm pretty sure. And I killed him once, and he immediately had no pressure because I killed him. I shut him down. When you die, you lose pressure. You lose so much pressure when you die. And you traded a 1-for-1 when you died, and then you made that poor choice down there where you didn't walk up when you saw the Vigar was coming. And then that caused you to have less pressure. You did not itemize correctly. You should have went a Ravenous Hydra and a Maul the Malamortis instead, but a Maul the Malamortis first before you got... No, but a Hydra first before you got Maul the Malamortis for mid-game. And you didn't get enough picks. You were fed. But the thing is when you're Rengar, even though that you throw your lead like you did, you're still fed and you can still go for picks. You should have went for picks. You should have ulted more. You held it in for quite a bit. You need to just ulti and then run down mid. You know, run it down mid. Or just walk anywhere. You need to just be killing people. You need to be stalling the game out because your team is behind. You can't win team fights. You can't. If you have a Ravenous Hydra, then maybe, okay? That's a maybe. If they use ults on someone else. But you need to be getting picks so you can stall, so your team can get farms, so they can come back into the game. Because by team fighting when you're behind, you're only going to lose. That's why if anyone here is in gold or below diamond, okay, and there's always that one little guy in your team that's like, group everyone, let's just try grouping for once, and your team is behind and you can't group, be the one that never fucking groups, because that guy is stupid. He's basically just saying, let's group and team fight. But you guys are gonna lose the fight because you're behind. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't listen to that guy. Okay? I'm telling you now, it's a horrible decision. But you get the gist of what you could do better. So what you did well is that you ganked well, you counter ganked well. Your pathing was garbage though. Your pathing was garbage. Specifically because of the Vi cheese, but it was still garbage. You should be trying to get Rift Herald. No. I'm talking about what you could do better. You did play team fights well. Your Rengar mechanics are okay, but you still need to learn how to learn when to use Ferocity W instead of queuing. You need to be spacing your auto attacks in with moving instead of just sitting there and auto attacking the Vi and not moving. You should have auto attack, move, auto attack, move, auto attack, move to get away from the dark matter that was coming down in your face from the Vigor W. But other than that, and then I'm basically going into what you can do better because that was the two things that you did well. But what you could have done better is you need to prioritize Rift Heralds, fix your pathing. Even if you get cheese, like if you see the jungler bot, you go top. You see the jungler top, you go to their bot side. You take their shit. That's how it works. And then you need to be working on your empowered W, like working on what ability to use. You need to be getting more picks going into the mid game, and you need to not throw your lead that early if you're so relevant. You need to itemize correctly, more correctly, and you need to be going into team fights in a different way. This is important, is that you need to be going in once all the enemy cooldowns have been used on other people, so you can do your damage and you don't get shit on. Like once Vigor E is down, once Vi ult is down, that's when you go in. You know, you can't be going in that early like you kept doing, because you might have been able to pull it off the team fight without the Hydra, but it was gonna be pretty hard to do without Hydra. But you might have been able to pull it off had you team fighted like so correctly. But that just comes with experience. You can't really just be like, oh, I'm gonna do that better next time. It just comes with experience, I guess. Because I played locked camera and I still go into team fights at the perfect time. But that, along with knowing what you can do, knowing your pressure, knowing your damage, like you can't be throwing your leads because you think that you're so strong. And then there's one more thing that I was thinking about, but I can't really think. Oh, wave pressure. You need to be pushing waves. You can't just be farming your jungle and taxing, You need to also be farming waves that are coming and pushing them, because you need the gold. You're gonna carry. You can't just be not getting a consistent flow of high gold income if you want to carry the game. And then you also need to be pressuring objectives. You need to be split pushing so the enemy team can't group if you're not able to get picks. Like what I do on Rengar is go for pick. Okay, can't get pick. Your ult's down. Go split push until your ult's back up. That's what I do, because then you're consistently applying pressure. That's what I do. That's what you should do. That's what everyone should do. But that sums up this game. I'll be watching a few more. By a few more, I mean like 3 or 4. So, peace out for now, home dog G dogs. This is the platinum game, by the way. But hopefully this one helped a little bit. I'm out. Peace.